look kind of full, like including the Dresdens on this one, coloring it in.
I like that you're coloring it in as you go along, as opposed to like coloring it in and then following the.
Well, I color it in before I do that month's blocks. Like I'm like, okay, so it's this month. This is what I'm gonna color in. Like I plan it that month. I'm a little bit last minute like
Okay.
that. A little bit of a preemptive thought.
I mean, you're putting more planning into it than I am, so.
See?
I literally go, all right, I'm just going to grab some colors. Let's make a block.
Let's do this.
It's impossible. I know I'm really
I
behind.
was just like, how can you every bit of the Transformers fabric? And I'm getting low. This is all the Transformers fabric I have left.
Ooh,
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah. Like this is finally like getting to the point where I'm gonna be using it in the stars that go above the Dresden plates. And then the only other place I'm going to be using it is just randomly. I'm doing that like random tile look in the bottom squares where it's just like a crap ton of little squares. I'll be using it there, and that is it. So I feel good. Tell Mike I say hello.
Alicia says hi.
Hey, Mike. Ashley
Everybody
does
else
too.
says hi.
Hello.
Michael says hi.
Sandy's with us too.
Also, Sandy says hi.
Hello.
He's being a delightful human and getting me more water.
Ooh,
It's very
nice.
kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are doing this other weird, silly fan that looks more simple, but actually seems to be a lot more difficult because you've got more crappy round seams to deal with instead of just that magic trick that makes the Dresden plates. And again, as we discussed last week, I don't know if Ashley, you watched the Dresden plate video, correct?
Yeah, where you took the string and made the circle.
Yes.
So,
So we also established last week that the pattern was a lie and it's not even how she did it. So we are having to math today to figure out what she actually did instead of the lie that she sold us that we are onto because she used different fabrics.
Yeah, she's a big liar on that one.
As a recap, she has that. Oh God, I'm backwards. There we go. She has that this piece right here isn't actually a piece, and it's just more of the outside fabric, and the only actual piecing in here is this fan. And of course, that is absolutely a different fabric than that fabric. So she didn't give us a template to make that little guy. She was like, that's not a little guy. That little guy's not there. And she is a liar.
She is a liar.
A liar, like super big time liar.
Lying liar.
And I feel like she either needs to like have people test her patterns, which I have now discovered that is a thing for my group. I literally have a channel in my Discord that is throw your patterns here, and if somebody wants to do it, they'll test it for you and they'll tell you everything that's wrong with it. Or she needs to get people who are better at that. And if I could have that job, that would be super cool. But anyway,
somehow I don't think it pays.
I was thinking
don't think
next
so.
year we can only have like legit ass people write our patterns. I can't let myself be taken in by something cute.
Okay,
because maybe it's a trash pattern,
So Ashley, the unfortunate news about next year is that Chris and Ann and I will be writing the pattern.
Surprise! You guys fix this person's BS all the time. So
Yes, but who's going to fix our BS after we write this pattern?
we'll just work together. It's called teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. We already know how this goes.
Yeah.
I was hoping no one was going to finish the quote.
I was like, oh, this is the time for the quote.
Yeah. And I was like, Ashley is definitely going to finish it. And then you left us hanging for a second, and I was like,
I sort of thought someone else would say it. And then I was like, oh no, Chris doesn't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, so it is my job to say it.
I literally used that quote at work today. So like, feel like
ironically, though, right?
No.
No. Oh no. You've become the enemy. Oh no.
I think but I also wasn't the enemy. You know what I did? You know what my entire day at work was today?
Huh.
Telling
I decorated.
Fired for their parties.
That's a day?
No, I decorated. I decorated all day.
What happened?
I want to decorate all day.
Oh, like,
That would be an assistant store manager I would respect.
it wasn't what I would have chosen to do with my day.
What happened?
But a couple weeks ago, before we wrote this week's schedule, 'cause we're going into Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And his infinite wisdom, my district manager, Brian Jewell, said that
I don't
today
know about Brian Jewell on Mother's Day again, but go.
he decided that today and Friday, all assistant store managers should be scheduled 7 to 4 to work in the bakery.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but you're useful. How many of them are useful?
Just me. Just me.
That makes me feel like bile in my throat.
Like,
What a chaos.
others bagging bread, and then the clerks were doing other like what?
Like the idea is he wants us to be like helping them with Mother's Day production, which I feel like for all the other ones would just be like cupcakes,
Right.
platters.
Cupcakes. Yeah.
Which I did all of their cream cheese cupcakes, and all their Pettifor platters, and all of their celebration cakes, and all their strawberry cream cheesecakes, and all of their monster cheesecake, and a bunch of mini cakes, and some other shit. And I got pulled away from the bakery 3 times anyway.
So really quickly before we keep going with Ashley's question, I'm going to take your question in just a moment, Ashley, unless it's a question for Chris. Is somebody else working on one of these right now? Because I would like somebody else to be working on one of these so that we can compare.
I can. I have it cut out, and I will plug my machine in.
Perfect.
Okay, hold up. I'll get up and cutting.
Okay. All right, Ashley, your question.
My question was: has anybody tried the new mascarpone filling cakes? And if you have, did you like them? What do you think? I think they're delicious.
Are you talking about like the chocolate and cream?
I think that was the lamest. I think the coffee one is the best.
Oh, I don't do coffee.
No.
The strawberry one is good. The strawberries are good.
How are they doing the coffee? How are they doing the coffee?
That same company that sends all the extracts sends a bottle of coffee extract that you put a certain tiny proportion into simple syrup, and then you simple syrup with coffee simple syrup your cake layers.
Thank fucking God, because you know what I was thinking of.
Yes.
The old school Publix way of using instant coffee?
Yes, we used to use instant coffee, and it was a nightmare, and it never worked right. And it always smelled terrible. And like the only boon was that at most of the stores I worked at, there was an old Indian man, and old Indian men love instant coffee. So we could just run off the rest of the container on them because we only used it like once a year. And like you just get a new thing of instant coffee when that came around.
Yeah.
So I'll have a caveat in this story then. So I was at Bridgeville for like 3 years when that Latte Blast still existed, technically.
Yeah.
And I had this one old lady that would order it every 2 months.
Oh,
like just consistently, I need that cake. I need that cake. I need that cake. I actually got halfway through a thing of instant coffee once.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
like I always just had like an old Indian man who would steal it and would like think he was getting away with something when actually we were just letting him have it because what else are we going to do with it? And at least it's not the Ferrero Rochers that fucking Sandy kept eating and messing up our counts. Anyway. Eat anything other than the Ferrero Rochers. Like, go ham on the M&Ms. I don't care. Like, yeah. Anything but the Ferrero Rochers.
What's this?
So Ashley, explain this whole cake to me then, because I am no longer there, but I'm going to have to be there tomorrow to pick up a prescription. And I'm assuming that this is like a gigantic cake that I would not be buying for myself, but
Sandy does it.
I'm curious.
So good news. So the important thing, I guess, is the new filling. It's made by the same company that makes the chantilly filling, and it comes in like the exact same container, and it's just called like mascarpone chantilly or something. So for newbies, I think that
chantilly was already mascarpone.
I know. So, but it's mascarpone cheesecake, I guess. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's cheesecake. And it does kind of taste like spreadable cheesecake in a way that I think is pleasant and would be worth my time if I could eat it.
Okay.
But, so they introduced 3 new decadence cakes using the filling. The coffee one, a kind of blah chocolate version, and then a strawberry one, which of course is good if strawberries are good. And the coffee one, you got vanilla cake, you dab it with a coffee simple syrup, you put in the filling, you frost it with whipped cream. You do this cool decoration where you like do a shell border, but like striped, and you leave space in between, and then you cover that with cocoa powder, and then you go back in between the spaces you left with whipped cream, so you have stripes. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
And then you make a bunch of chocolate shards and make it look like a bunch of sharks are hunting across the top of your cake. So that's great. And they invented a bunch of new mini tarts. Like formulations like 4, 6s, and platters using the new cheesecake filling. So there's like 2 or 3 new little tart ways to go using this filling specifically. They're already online at Publix.com, but I haven't seen paperwork about them yet. So who knows?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The only one of those new cakes I've tried is the chocolate, and it is blah. It is a subpar ganache cake.
Agree. It's not really anything to write home about. It's kind of just get ganache. I agree.
Can I just throw it out there that subpar is just not used enough? It is wildly underused as a reference term. I just want to say that.
All right.
Also, I feel like they're hitting the like cream cheese flavored things really hard because we just had those cakes the new cream cheese cakes.
Oh, the cheesecake cakes, the cakes that are cake and cheesecake.
Yeah. So like so now we have cheesecakes iced in icing and also cakes iced in cream cheese.
Yep.
That's not mathing for me. But Alicia, can you do me a favor since you have like a colorized version right there on camera? Can you hold that up for me for a minute?
The picture or the fan?
The picture, the printed. Because I have not mathed out what colors these are going to be for me yet. Huh. I hate her colors. Okay.
Yeah. I honestly, the more we get into this and the more we use our colors that we pick here, like I just like it better.
Right. It's like absolutely chaotic, but it's now.
I'm good. Thank you.
It's now becoming more like chaotic good.
Yeah, like it's our own creation.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, I think my 4-pack fly geese knowledge is just dead. I don't think I know how to succeed at this anymore.
What's going on?
So I sew across the, you get your big square, your 2 little squares, and you sew your 2 lines and cut it apart, and then you open up and lay your 3rd square on the one side, and then you sew across the middle of that. When I do that 2nd square lay on, the 2nd flap of the goose ends up like a 1/4 inch shorter than the first side of the goose. Does that make sense?
Well, hold that up. Let me see. Let me see what you
Here's a
actually
redone
have.
one, but it's still bad. The other ones were even worse. Like where the difference between here and here. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? They're all the same
Right.
size.
So I need to see you actually make it for me to know what you're doing wrong. And I have a feeling you're just like lining up at the wrong spot. But
Oh,
I
it
need to
probably
see I need to see it happening so that I can tell you what is
Yeah,
wrong.
paper. It's gonna be like reminds me of the ancient ways. Probably I didn't look closely enough. Looking at the picture, what looks different between her picture and my reality is that maybe my squares are very slightly too small, because in her little image in the instructions, the second set of square, the corner pokes out in between the two little triangles already, but mine aren't even going that far. So I think it might literally be that my squares aren't actually 2.5 inches.
And how much are they over? I'm looking in the wrong pages because this isn't the same month. How much are they overlapping when you're doing the first square of it?
Oh, the normal
Like when
amount.
you're laying the two little squares on the big square, how much do the little squares overlap?
They looked normal, so I didn't question it. I didn't measure it.
Okay, they should. I don't know. I would say that overlap is probably.
There's more than we need. We each just need 2, but I brought it.
It's probably a 1/2 inch overlap. That it's probably something close to 2/4 inches happening there. I'm like just eyeballing my mat to see what looks right to me, but that overlap is always a little bit bigger than I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Also, she has this thing that seems open on this guy, and I don't know why. Because last time we were pressing them to
press them all one way. Didn't matter. All one way.
Yeah, and that's absolutely how she said it as well last time, right? Or did she not say
it? Said hold them open.
Oh, she did. Okay, so this is me going against her, and like me taking that from like other, people far more experienced than I who said that, and I was like, yes, that sounds the rightest to me.
So how come we don't baste it like we did last time and do that trick?
Bobby, how you doing?
How
you doing, Bobby? Don't put your claws in that.
Circle to the inside.
Oh no.
Instructions say it's just one square behind it, but then in that picture, it's very clearly a different center than it is on the outside.
Yep. It is.
And it's like she used 2 white fabrics to try to pass it off like she wasn't doing it, but we can see the dots.
You'll never notice.
Yeah.
You see your trick switch.
Ah.
Oh well.
Okay, so I need a quick opinion.
Okay.
So just based on like where these are in the pattern, I want to do like similar colors to
The flowers.
the flowers.
The petals.
So these are the 2 colors I used for the petals. However, this is literally all I have of that pink.
Oh.
That might actually be enough to get.
It's not. I can get 2 I can get 2 cuts out of it. That's it.
That's it.
I held the template up to it.
You can only get 2 out of it, even if you like super bottom up sideways or angly.
No, like look at this.
Yeah.
There's no room. There's no room. Anyways, so substitute pink. I've got this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I have this guy, which is similar, but just
I like that.
less background, more
I
flowers.
really like
That's
that.
better.
And, I'm gonna be the persnickety one here. And can you show me the ones that you're trying to match it to?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh yeah. Throw it all up. Good idea.
Yeah, like I want to see the.
You just froze, Chris.
Oh, do you have like the squares that it's going to be going between?
Oh.
It's more what I was asking. Okay.
I'm just partial to that one with the white background, but the really colorful one, I think, maybe. Oh. Maybe the stronger one after all. Yeah, the really
Yeah,
colorful.
I definitely think the stronger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the stronger?
The one that's not a white background.
Okay.
The full one. The one that's really full.
It's really potent.
I'm sorry about
Yes.
this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give
Yeah,
it to me
yeah.
now. I just had to take this from Chalk, and he is extremely upset with me now.
As he should be.
How dare you?
I was
We will
sleeping on that.
So did you press
keep
these
resisting,
all-
Trunk. Don't let the woman get you down.
Are you pressing these all one way or are you pressing them open?
No, I am pressing them one way for the same reason that I said before, is that you don't want to accidentally have them hitting each other at the base where it's less wide.
All right. I got my two fans together.
And they don't on this, but I just feel like it is good practice to have your brain in a place where when you're doing something like this, you press them all to one side.
No way, that's big enough. Oh, that is obnoxiously close, you son of a bitch. Why? Doesn't matter. Dang it.
Dang it.
I'm officially gonna have to buy more background fabric.
Oh no.
Like this is my largest piece of background fabric left.
Oh,
It
wow.
is full. It is folded over here, but like this is 8 inches.
And it needs to be 8.5. Mm-hmm.
Like the rest of my background that I have left is all like scraps. Much scraps.
And none of them are like big enough scraps that you could justify like just piecing two big pieces together and having like one random crease in it.
My brain does not allow for that.
That's fair.
Oh.
That was my first thought too, but I also get the green because I don't think I could either.
Yeah.
Oh, I would a heck do it. I mean, I did that for the Blue Star quilt. I got a bunch of pieces that are made of like 6 little pieces. It's unnecessary.
Wait. How big is this
Do
piece?
it.
Oh,
Oh,
no, not
and
big
so
enough.
peachy. I love it.
Hey.
You blush looking.
So I just found this piece that is crazy long, but not wide enough.
Of course
Dang
not.
it.
Is that of the same fabric?
So I've got 3 different background fabrics in this.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. It's okay. We're just gonna add a 4th. I plan to go to the sewing shop on Saturday anyway. Because I need to go get my 1 block wonder fabric.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm struggling busing because I know what I want to order, but I don't.
Oh, is that pinwheel snowflake looking thing?
Yeah.
Is that the next project?
That is the next Sunday side project. Yes.
You guys all finished with your bags?
I have.
I'm the overachiever who's been done.
Whoa! And how's
That's
your
okay.
bag? I just saw in the ancient block of the month that I watched, you were like 30 days out from going to Disney, and you were like, it won't be ready then.
Which bag? My place for everything bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quilted. I have like all 4 of my big pieces are quilted. I have to cut everything down now and then start construction. But like last week was I made 3 bags last week. 2 for
Just
my
not
hair,
that
dryer,
bad.
1 for my coat. So I'm like, okay, I can breathe. This is fine. This weekend, I'm gonna play with my bag. My bag.
Yes. Yeah, I got mine finished. I think it was last. So y'all know that I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So that's like I'm in my weekend right now. And I feel like it was my last weekend that I was like, I just need to finish this stupid thing. And I did. And then after I got it finished, I realized that I had never ironed out the friction pen markings that were all over it. So I had to blow dry the bag.
Fun.
I had to do the same thing.
So I'm pulling up a picture now, and I just have to. It's $10 a panel, so part of it's I'm just being.
That's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm having a hard time finding panels that aren't $10 a panel.
I mean, my fabric came from Joann Fabrics, and it
Did
was
you?
like 6 repetitions per yard
Oh,
because it was like the repetitions are like 12 by 18 or whatever it is.
I know, and I'm obnoxious, and I can't help myself, but I just want this.
It is super pretty. I agree. Look at how big is it?
But what?
I feel like
Oh, it's a fantastic.
this
Pretty.
this is not meant to like encourage one way or the other, but I feel like in my general searching of typing in One Block Wonder on Google, I have absolutely seen a One Block Wonder made out of a very similar print.
Yeah.
And it was great.
See, that's the thing. I think it would be awesome. That's why I want it, is because I think the color story that it could tell is amazing.
I found one that had a mermaid sign.
Ooh.
It was real
So,
colorful, and I thought,
It's on my list to order sometime in the next week and a half. I just have to decide if I'm going to bite the bullet on that one, because that's what I really want.
And
But it's
how big is that panel?
oh, did those get ironed here? These are ironed already.
Oh,
Are they-
me either.
okay.
I think she's not hearing me, but I feel like Anna is just refusing to answer my question.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
How big is that panel?
Excellent question. And I did know at some point. And now the fun fact, like I swipe up and I put in my pin, and then I have to wait 5 minutes for my phone to decide that, oh, that's right, I'm going to turn back on.
Are these mine?
Oh my gosh, it's running so slow. It's a 24-inch panel. 24
I
by.
just broke through them.
Oh,
I
I'll
got
swap a new
needles.
one. We got more. Where is the dimensions? That can't be right.
It was better than everything.
Is it small?
24 by 44.
Okay, so it's the correct width, and it's just a foot short of a yard. But it's the actual width of regular.
Yeah, it is
paper.
44 inches wide, and then it is 24 inches tall.
What?
Okay, so then it's $15 a yard, and it's the standard width of a yard, and
That's
that
expensive.
it is, but it's not terrible. Where is it at?
This was on Amazon. The real one that I wanted to do, I'm trying not to do that because, pardon my phone call coming in, I already own one of this panel because I'm making a lap blanket for my sister-in-law for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But this peacock is just epic.
Yeah, and that one would be gorgeous to do because it's mostly all the same color, but it's got that swoosh in the center that you
It's
could
got
just
that
get this real
swoosh of
crazy
fire
look.
in the middle, and it's just so pretty.
So yeah, I definitely need to know what measurements you guys are getting because mine seems like it would be too wide for this panel.
Okay.
But
I'm-
maybe not.
Oh.
I'm cutting, so just give me a
Yeah,
minute
no,
and I'll
it's
get
fine.
there.
I need
just
information.
had a moment of revelation because I was trying to figure out why this thing was so big on my square and how I got it so far off. But I forgot that we're going to fold down a 1/4 inch on the top and fold up a 1/4 inch on the bottom.
Yes, and the problem with mine is that based on this, it's already 8.5, and we're only folding down a 1/4, which would take it to 8.25. Whereas the block itself would be finishing out at 8.
Where's my ruler? Because I don't have a cutting mat out here, but I may be in the same boat.
Oh, you're gonna need either a cutting mat or like a square ruler that is bigger than this.
I get my rotating.
Does this go flat side forward or flat side back? The needle.
Flat side back. Okay, so I am right at 8.5.
Okay, so you got the same measurement, and then is the intersection, is that landing at 2.25 for you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I'm asking?
Yes, I know exactly what you're asking, and yes,
Okay.
from the corner to the bottom edge of the Dresden, it is 2.25.
Okay,
2.5.
perfect. So that's going to fold up to 2.5, which means that we need the circle in the center to be 2 3/4, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
with seam allowance,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's accurate. You know what is amazing? Is I have these fancy little templates here, less the seam allowance from last month's, that I can just sort of trim down.
You could if you think you're comfortable enough to like trim that evenly. That's not a jab. I'm just personally not that comfortable. So
Well, I was wondering if it would still maintain the integrity if I just cut the straight edges.
right.
You know what I mean? So like,
Oh, right. Like if you cut this part off instead of
yes,
cutting that
and the
part
other
off.
part
That
off,
was
then
so
it
much
maintains
smarter.
the integrity of the
Yeah.
art.
That makes so much more sense than the stupidity that I was gonna do.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna like cut this part off. I was just gonna hack it down to the correct size that way.
And then so for that, that's smart, and I'm gonna use my cutting mat and just line it up. I said 2 3/4, right?
I think that's right. I mean, at most it'd be too big, I think.
Oh no, that does not work.
No,
Because the angle isn't gonna be 90, right?
you know it
Well,
will.
it is
So
gonna
you
be
have to cut it
90.
evenly on both sides. You have to cut both straight edges. Like you have to cut it evenly on this side and this side. To maintain the integrity, you have to cut both.
I don't know. So here is the problem. If you line it up on your mat.
See, if I put it on here, I should be able to.
Why can't
cut
you
there.
just
If
stitch?
you look at the angle that is happening right here, that should look like it's about 90 degrees, and it does not. Like if you look right here, this point looks about 90 degrees.
Oh, I know what I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So while technically it would fit, it's still not the right.
Right. And there is absolutely a word for that I should know because I'm
The
amazing at
circumference is too
like,
large.
Right.
Large seam allowance. Just stitch a line.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in large stitch, but 1/4 inch. That'll be this edge.
and then add a 1/4 inch to the piece that's going here.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out what size this piece needs to be.
Yeah. But I think if you
Oh.
we could make a template here.
Oh, Ashley, did you figure out what it was? Because those look good.
No, I just did it until it worked. These are going to be my yellow ones,
Okay.
but they're going to go in this order.
Those look much better. I don't know what you did different, but you got it.
I got a lot of
So,
triangles
I
now.
mean, like the most obvious way to do this would be to just go online and find a PDF of a circle that's 2 3/4, and then cut it in half and half.
We just
again.
need the radius of a circle that's 2 3/4, correct? Because this would be the radius right here.
Yes. No, it would. Yes, you're correct. Yes, that is the radius. It'd be a circle with radius 2 3/4. And I was hoping that this was going to work out to one of the ones that's marked on my mat, but the ones that are marked on my mat are like 2 1/2. Oh, actually, that is a 2 1/2 complete. So I think I might be able to cheat and use what's on my map. Yep. I get to cheat, and I apologize to everybody else who does not get to cheat. Oh no, I don't, because these are not. These are diameter, not radius. Never mind, they're too small. Yeah. I think. Yes. I'm so confused. Oh no, because we got to fold up as well. That's right. Okay.
That fold up is like crazy. Now, are we gonna like do the same little trick thingy on these, or no? There's not really a good way to do that, is there?
No, unless you wanted to cut an 8-inch circle out.
No, I'm good. I'll
Yeah.
just press that.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I might press it on this one and just see where we're at with that. Where we're at with that.
Barking.
The TV here. Promise I left my dogs at home. Well, that makes me wonder if anyone's going to feed them dinner. I'm thinking I'm just going to do a...
So the way to do this, if you do not have a tool or some little clever thing to do this,
Find a cup with a close enough radius.
just get a piece of paper. Well, you can do that too, but I'm just going to get a piece of paper and lay it in the corner and grab a shorter ruler.
Oh, that's what Laura just did.
And
If that's what we do, I don't
Yeah.
know. You can't just put this paper over it.
grab a pen. And just do some dots. We're at 2 3/4, so we're gonna mark 2 3/4 on it. Use the actual ones that are on the mat, and then use the ruler to mark a few more, just measuring out from that corner.
Now, here's another thought. If I'm going to put this centerpiece on there, then we don't even need to fold it up on the bottom. We could just leave it raw at the bottom.
This is true, in which case this would need to be 2.5 inches instead. And I like that better.
Just throwing
Why
it
do
out.
I get so
That is
confused?
why we math together.
Yep.
And I get
No
confused.
math alone.
My math skills have left the building.
So do you guys see this, how I'm making this little thing to make a template for this 2.5 circle thing?
Not.
No.
No. No, it looks like you're drawing on a white piece of paper.
Yeah.
Well, just because I am drawing on a white piece of paper.
But you're not
Well,
making any markings. The markings are
Oh.
also white.
Oh, right. But like you guys can see what I'm doing, right? I'm just marking. I've got my ruler at the corner and I'm just making dots at 2.5 inches in various places on here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. And then once I get enough of them, I'll have something close enough that I can pretty much just cut that shape and be okay. So that,
Okay, I got you.
yeah.
So I could actually even do that with my little template-y thing
That's what
here.
I do, but mine not small. I don't know why mine looks small.
Well, this is
I did it to your curve.
Yeah.
And then added.
I think it
Oh,
just
and
needs
I
to be
will say, holding this up to what the actual panels are,
one more.
if you do this at 2.5 inches, you will not have enough to fold down, and that is on you, whether you feel like you need to be able to fold this down or not.
Yeah, or if you want to just leave it raw and
Right. If you do not fold this down, you need to put the heat and bond on first. So you have heat and bond going all the way to the outside edge of it. So you're going to heat and bond your fabric and then trace the shape on the heat and bond and cut it out just like you did with the petals.
yep. I hear what you're saying. Just if we use this size, just heat and bond it and don't even iron it. Don't even do the fold over. Just heat and bond the whole thing, just like we did the flower, and stitch over it, which I'm super down with that. All right. So then we got ourselves a template.
Needs to be
That
bigger
means,
though, right?
huh?
Needs to be a little bigger though.
No, it's not. It goes exactly.
That fits yours. Let's see if it'll fit more.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is absolutely hold it up to your current panel before you cut it, just in case.
Yeah, it certainly does work, and I might even just get the heat and bond and attach my thing first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what that's gonna look like.
I like it. It's got like one wild pattern on it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I feel like I probably would have looked more even now that I'm looking at it if I had done 2 of these and then 1 pink and 1 purple, but too late.
That's okay.
This whole quilt's just a wild card, so what else?
Exactly.
I did just all one direction. She says do them open, but nope. I'm gonna try a sample piece. We're gonna do this, yo.
Oh, no.
Do it.
Oh, perfect.
Like that we're all deep in project.
We're
Right, but
doing
we are. We
We're
need
doing
a
it.
good team effort today.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Fire alarm's going off.
Okay, we're gonna make it.
Also, like all of these things just reinforce how much I love Heat and Band and how much I love applique.
Yes. And it's funny because a lot of quilters do not like applique. And I'm like, what are you doing that you don't like this?
Right? Applique is the best.
And like, not that they want to do things in a different way, but they're like, I don't want to do applique, so I'm just not going to do this project at all. I'm like, that is a weird choice. I really like this, but it's applique, so no. I'm like, what?
All right, I got that guy ironed on. Are you applying your Heat and Bond?
So I had some fabric that already had it on it from the petals. Oh, that being said, I'm about to have to though because I still have to put it on the fans. Although I got to get the fans folded down first, and I'm not looking forward to that.
The more you do it, the more natural it'll get.
This is fair. But I don't want.
Right. I'm having a wild amount of fun, just so you guys all know.
I support that.
Also, our white fabrics, it is so hard to tell. It probably just looks like white, but you can see the flowers there. But there's absolutely a top side and a bottom side. And without a wild amount of light, it is hard to tell which is the top.
Oh yeah, that's the same with the white skull fabric that I used on my bag. Like it's printed on one side of it, so there's absolutely a back and a front, even though it's white on white.
That's how my star fabric last year was.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel you.
Point at it. Like, is this
This is why boutiques are supreme.
There is that.
I do think sometimes one side of a boutique looks better than the other, but usually it's quite subtle.
Yes, but like you just pick which side you like best.
Exactly.
There's not like a distinctly wrong or right side because of the boutique process.
I feel like that's almost worse though, because then I have to like make decisions instead of being like, is this top or bottom? That's an easy question to answer. But I'm liking it.
Yeah.
It's a welcome problem.
You can just sit and relax
Yeah,
and
put
watch.
my glasses down. Being weird is really weird. So he told me to stand up to them. I'm being weird.
I'm just being weird. It's fine.
She knows.
Don't mind me.
Oh, I hate everything about this right
Folded
now.
that. I just folded it down. So that it's not going to go anywhere.
Did you draw a line at 1/4 inch to fold it down, or you just eyeballed it?
I eyeballed it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I hate every second of it, but I don't think drawing a line would make it any better.
Agreed. And it may not be amazing, but it's going to be what it is.
Oh, I will say you might have a bit better luck with it if you spritz it a bit before you do this.
Spritz what?
The fabric. If you get it damp
with
before you fold it.
Yeah,
Water.
Laura was kind enough to like mini starch them. So.
Oh no, I mean like have it wet, have actual wet fabric when you
Oh, when you're pressing it. Gotcha.
right, so that the fibers kind of bend a bit better.
Right. I got you now.
That makes sense.
We heard that.
Yeah.
And I don't feel guilty. You don't know my life. You can't shame me.
I mean, I do and I can.
I don't care either way.
Da-da.
I gotta send Sarah the daily D&D info.
Yes.
Oh,
I
did you?
gave myself the weekend off. I just sent her little clips of the D&D I was doing, and she thought that was really cool. She's like, I want to make a stormtrooper character. And I was like, mentally, I was like, girl, but I will not quash her little dreams.
Was that Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just remind her that if she wants to make a stormtrooper character, her accuracy has to be really low.
Oh no, it's so true and so terrible.
That's a really good way to like. Yeah, that's funny.
Handicap
I like
your
that.
character a little bit in a fun and realistic way. Realistic.
Broadside of a barn.
Oh snap, y'all! It works.
Woo!
The circle or the pressing or where are we at over there?
Did you press?
I gotta press it on there, and then I just have to
Is that a cut edge?
actually stitch it. It is a cut edge open.
Oh,
It's got heat and bond all the way to the edge, like the petals,
Gotcha.
and we're just gonna stitch around it like we did the petals.
oh, that's perfect. Okay.
And then there's no folding over anywhere down there.
Oh, and then because it's a raw edge, you do want to do the tighter, wider zigzag.
I did the tighter, wider zigzag even on the other ones because I just like the way it looks better. I
know
started
you
with
did.
the other one and I
I know you did, but for everybody, just so you know, this is not the time. to do the
was like,
fast
nope,
and
I like
loose.
the other one. Also, when I was using the other narrower one, my thread kept not catching, and so I would end up with like straight jags between because like the thread wasn't catching on both sides when I was
Oh,
stitching.
weird.
I don't know why it was doing that, but as soon as I went to the other one, not a problem.
I figured you were going to say you were having issues getting it to land on the fabric because that can be.
Oh no, that was no problem at all. It just
But-
my stitches weren't going all the way through.
So I sat back down to like actually go about stitching my Dresdens. And then I realized I was like cleaning the other day and put the heat and bond away. So now I'm not going to.
Yeah. Jazz fingers. Do any of you think with your fingers, random, but like wiggling your fingers, does that like help your thoughts collect?
Yes.
Thing?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
I just talk with my hands a lot.
I'm like, so funny story from today, talking with my hands because I was super embarrassed because I was gesturing with my hands at lunch today, and they pointed it out, and it made my whole face turn red. Coming back from picking up lunch, Sean and I went out to grab food, and then we came back to eat it at the office because like we have a lunch group that we eat with, and as we're like, he always backs into the spot. So like he pulls past it a little bit and then gets himself lined up to back in. And as we're pulling past, I see a guy, it's lunchtime. So there's lots of people outside. But I see a guy standing towards the back end of our cars. Like there's maybe 3 feet of grass and then it's the Fox River in our parking lot. So we're pulling up and I'm like, dude, there's a guy with his back to us, like 1 car over, and there's not a car in between. I was like, it looks like he's grabbing his crotch. Like, what the hell? And then as we start backing in, I look back, I'm like, oh my God, he's peeing. Off the back, like standing 1 car length away from me with no car in between as we're backing into our spot. I'm like, oh my God, he's peeing. Like,
again, very Atlanta vibe.
I'm telling everyone back, but I'm like, I look back and I see all the pee coming out, and I'm like, doing my hands.
So are you saying your day was ruined?
No, but it definitely threw it off because I was just like, that was unexpected. Like I did not order lunch and a show. But yeah, totally came back and watched somebody pee right next to my car.
Perfect. And as I've already pointed out, in my parking lot, I saw a peacock today. Yes.
There's typically a little more of a dip at the end for a peacock.
I'm rusty. I like don't do any of the fun/annoying things that I used to do all the time. I'm like old and tired now. I don't do cute things anymore.
Also, sometimes, again, they sound like a woman shrieking, being murdered. There's that peacock sound.
Yeah. It's just there's a dip at the end.
Yeah. Like she has been murdered.
Yeah. Yeah, that dip is like when like the hand moves up to like crush your windpipe because you've been screaming. Yeah.
Like, she does look like
As one does. It happens.
There, and she was shaking out.
I only came in here to do that.
As one does get crushed.
She doesn't like it. If they gave her some sedation, it would be that.
No, they just gave her Novocaine, as far as I know. My poor kid had a tooth pulled on Monday, but it might as well have been a wisdom tooth extraction because there were no baby teeth underneath it to dissolve the roots, and they just like yanked that sucker out.
Oh no.
But she
That's
just called her. She's like in tears because her mouth still hurts. And freaking, I called the school today because I'm like, she's starting the day with band. I don't think she's going to want to play on her clarinet. And the school's like, well, we're going to need a note for that. It's Monday. She's like, no, you have to get a note because we don't do that. I'm like, can I talk to the nurse? She's like, well, I'll put you on hold and ask her. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even asking her to not attend class. She's at school. I just don't want her to clarinet.
Maybe just ask the band director.
I asked them not to do that, and I even emailed the teacher. He emailed me back at 3 saying thanks for letting me know, but he absolutely made her play at 7:30 this morning.
Damn. Fuck.
So I'm doing it this way. Do we have squares with these?
Yes, they're all underneath my stuff. I'm popping them all. Take your pick. Nope. I brought a bunch out because they were all pre-cut. All right. 8.5.
No, I mean, the wrong size for the legs.
Oh. No, I understand.
Hey, that bowl turned out trash, but that's okay. At least one of my fans has a random bubble in it. Whatever.
And iron that. Okay.
Hello? No, I'm quilting. Okay. Bye. What? What time? Like what is very early? Yeah, no problem. Okay. Okay. Bye. Are you coming home tonight then? Right. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later because we're still on a call. Okay. Bye.
I'm realizing I should have laid this on this side to cover the Transformers logo, but that's okay.
Oh, that looks really pretty though. Oh, it does.
All right, so that's what mine are going to look like.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think yours looks so cool, Alicia.
Thank you.
No, I don't need this piece at all. I was like, yeah, I marked off all the 2.5-inch squares, and I was like, done. And then I was like, I'm gonna cut 3.5-inch squares. And what did I do? Lined up a 2.5 and cut it.
Yeah. Save it. Oh, you know what? Definitely save it because I think that's the size of those little bottom guys.
Okay. I'm sure a 2.5-inch square will come in play somewhere.
Yeah. Those have to, let's see, these are 8. Well, that math is weird. I don't know what size those are.
What?
Oh, no, I see. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are the width of the Dresden plate. The Dresden plate was a 12-inch square, right? 12 and a half.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Ashley, all those little bottom squares
Nice.
are 2.5 unfinished. So that's perfect.
It's red.
Mm-hmm.
When you're done, just toss what's there over. Oh my gosh.
This one's not, the one on top, I think, is not.
That's the right size. What are we supposed to be having? 8.5.
8.5.
Trying to do the zigzags with the 1/4-inch foot, which of course is death to needle.
That needle.
One thing I did appreciate with last year as compared to this year between this project and then also that bag is last year I'm pretty sure I had my 1/4-inch foot on my machine for like 8 months straight without any issues. And right now I just have to have like both my 1/4 and my 1/8 inch feet out because the 1/8 inch is wide, like the actual needle space in it is wide. So that's the one that I've been using for this part of it. And yeah, I just been having, oh shoot. And I have a straight stitch going right now, but that is totally okay. I did not get too far. Oh, those of you who are doing the One Block Wonder, I don't know if I said it before, but do make sure that you have new blades for your rotary tool because you are going to be going through 6 pieces of fabric at the same time.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's daunting.
Yeah. And Chris, I know you just got a whole bunch of new rotaries, but yeah.
Those cuties.
Yeah.
So did you? Oh, you already did. Okay.
That's it.
So you got the whole thing ironed down except for the folded over edge?
Mm-hmm.
What are you two doing?
Being
What are you
cute.
doing? Y'all don't need to fight.
Feistin.
Mm-hmm.
gonna try it on a little bit. No, it's actually smaller than mine. And then how will you put the circle together?
That's what I'm working on now. I'm gonna iron some music on, but I don't know.
Ashley, how are things going with your geese? Are you still working on geese?
Yeah, I'm sewing the edges to these yellow ones. For some reason, these just look a little more magic to me. I was much more excited to work on these set of geese than on the green set of geese. So I'm working on sewing the flaps on to the correct color order that I
the top ones, the ones that go out of the mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, the mushroom's magic.
Okay, so this one we need to cut 3. I don't know if you want to do mismatch. I'm doing one of each. So I already have one of the circles, but I'm going to do one of these 2. That we need
And cut it that size.
that size. We're gonna, but we're already cutting these out because I have to put the heat mod on it. I figure we might as well just share them.
You tell her, Tom.
Oh, actually, gosh.
Y'all not to brag or anything, but I'm done.
Good job. Yeah. We're getting close. We've got 3 of us sharing one iron, so we're
You're almost there too. Yeah, this was once we did that math, this was an easy one.
No, mine are here and here.
what was that?
You need
I
this.
said once we had the math, this was an easy one.
Yeah.
When you're done. When you're done.
No, don't you dare use your fabric ones.
The polka dot one that wasn't the right size for the white backgrounds?
No, it was, that's a bad one.
That is a bad one.
Yeah.
Let the pattern take shape.
Ooh. Is there someone? I don't know. I just want you to cut this fabric. So.
Here. I've
When
got
you're
fabric
done.
right
When
here.
you're done.
No, you want fabric or you want regular paper scissors? Which do you need?
Paper scissors. When you're done. Okay. Ready? Patiently. I'm not trying to rush anybody. I can do mine tomorrow if I need to. This just doesn't cut. Do you want one of these? Do you need one?
I need to.
This
There's this one I've got hit and bun on this one also, but I already have on this one, only 2 out of this one. 2 out of that and 3 out of that one.
Oh, yeah. So,
I think it's safe to say we'll be ready to move on for the next meeting.
yeah, definitely. And that is the progress that I have now.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yay! That looks so good.
Look at that.
I love yours. It looks like a little enchanted knight or something.
That looks so
I like that
good.
Yeah, it is coming along. And it is definitely, I think, looking better than what her sample was, not to brag or anything.
Wildly.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's not like a high bar, but like, yeah.
right. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, and it's 100% just because of the color and not the print, but the Transformer fabric is looking real nice right now.
It looks
Mhm.
good. It's transformed.
Yes, exactly.
I like it.
Bobby, are you starving because I haven't fed you and dinner time was 27 minutes ago? Oh, you are starving to death. My goodness.
You want to cut your own off on that screw up, because I think that just. So, you're welcome.
I don't feel great, but I don't have COVID. It's just all allergies.
That's everybody's got the allergies. It's brutal.
Every time it rains and then it heats up, it's like awful.
You need one of these? Yeah, just said you need.
And at work, because it's like 89 degrees in my office, I have to open the window. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's too much. That's too hot. They're cooking you alive.
Yep, frying the brain.
Alicia, I have an incredibly specific question.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with this other than it relates to sewing.
Okay.
Do you have a good resource recommendation for medieval pants patterns?
Ooh, are you making a new Ren costume?
I am.
Because I've been looking at dresses to make a new Ren costume myself.
I saw a piece at one of the shops there that I like, but at least half of it I'm capable of making.
So this is all dresses, it's not pants. There are combinations in here which aren't quite old enough.
I'm not necessarily going for historically accurate.
Yeah, that's what this is. This
Then
is the
I'm not.
stylistic resource.
I'm not going for necessarily historically accurate.
Oh, you're not.
Inspired by
You're not.
inspired by history, yes, but like I don't need it to be perfectly, medieval or Victorian.
Just Google Jaskier from the Witcher Netflix.
Yes. I love him.
And some fun shirts.
So I won't lie, anytime I'm looking to do anything like that, I just look at the Simplicity Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
so much.
I don't know how they go for men's though. Like I don't know if there's much for that. And like that, there's what new look and what's the other brand? Butterx. I feel like I always end up with Simplicity, but
What
like
are your calls?
yeah.
Oh.
I just feel like the general searching I'm currently doing, I keep finding patterns that they're like laced up at the cuff, which is not what I want to do. I don't want to put I'm literally just going to put some elastic at the bottom of it. Like I don't want to deal with lacing.
But like,
I
okay,
guess-
so question for you: isn't the bigger issue the top of the pant than the bottom of the pant?
Medieval pants have no ass. Ass
I guess
is
I could-
impossible.
Let me see if I can. drop my reference photo from my laptop into the Discord.
Yeah, show me
Ooh,
what
yeah.
you got, and we'll figure it out. I usually just take like whatever is like the most fitted or finicky section of it, and then like use that as my like base of the pattern, and then build the rest of it.
Because this is like by no means like a complicated pattern. Like what I like, my reference photo is not super complicated.
I'm throwing in something. It's wild. I don't recommend it, but
Woo!
I liked it. I'm watching
That
them
is
make it.
wild.
Yeah.
Was this in the Discord? I should be
That
looking in
is-
the Discord. Sorry.
That is some pumpkin core.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
her annual Halloween costume. So I think it's based on some historical like court dress style that she was like, I'm taking it to the max and we're making it pumpkin. Let's go.
I love that hat.
She made the hat too.
That hat is the best part. And yes, yeah, Ashley, I could tell that she made the hat.
Oh, okay. Great.
10 to 20 seconds at least. I kind of move it around.
Yeah, I need to know what kind of pants that you are looking at. Like if it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm working on it. Things are just weird on this laptop.
that's fair.
In the town when I was
What is happening? Why are you happening?
I'm very confused. I'm like, did I click on the wrong thing?
You didn't.
No, that's not. Where's that goddamn file?
What's interesting is for like medieval men stuff in simplicity, it mostly looks like it's like tops or like tunics or vests or capes, and the pants don't seem to really be like you're covering up with boots or like, you know, the things you put on top of regular shoes that make it look like you're wearing
Right.
boots. Shoe covers, or whatever those are called. All my friends made them for their Sailor Moon costumes. Yeah. Oh, slashed sleeves. Ah, so satisfying. Love a slashed sleeve.
Let's try that. There it is. All right, I don't know why this went sideways, but that's just what we're gonna do.
Oh no. I made it. All right, we're here.
Oh no, it corrected itself. Cool.
What is it? Is it just cool pants and like brocade?
It's definitely like a brocade, which I'm not sure I'm convinced I want fucking brocade. As nice as the brocade looks, I just think I'm gonna sweat.
That looks like a 420 pants. I kind of like it.
It is absolutely that. It is absolutely that.
420 pants. I want to make some type of smoking pod fun, but I'm not advanced enough to do that.
I know see what you were talking about with the 420.
You know, that's absolutely what they are.
So those look really normal to me. Those don't look anything
Right. I was
special
just
at
gonna
all.
say these look very much like you could just take a pattern for scrubs or something like that.
Yeah, and maybe slim the pant leg to fit the silhouette.
Like, you think I could
want,
just get
but
away with using like a jogger pattern?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what they seem like to me. But like,
We just
I
want to
think that
go
would be
through Joanne and just dig through those books and see what they've got for pants. And you should, you know, between all of the different patterns, they don't do a lot for pants, but like something pretty basic like this. I'm sure you can find something that throws together pretty easily and will have the cut that you want the legs to have.
okay.
You might have to look at Berta, but there's probably like a family athleisure set or something that you could look at easily, or like pajamas.
I feel like most pajamas, like the way the bottom of the leg is, it's going to be a little more square, and it's not that the last day side can be worked into that pattern.
Yeah, you need it to be tapered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I do like the amount of volume in these pants.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm absolutely. I think I can probably get away with doing that top with all the ruffling. That'll be the second part of the project. The jacket, I'm not going to do that. I don't think I have the patience to do a jacket like that.
Is that ruffling, or did they just gather down a very big waistband with elastic?
You're talking about on the shirt?
On the pants. That's what I thought you were talking about.
I'm almost wondering if the pants are like a oh God, what's it called? Is it bag? You know what I'm talking about?
With the drop crotch style?
So it's not like an extreme. There are a lot of medieval drop crotch style pants. This isn't quite that, because a lot of times they hug the lower part of the below the knee. They kind of hug that whole section.
Yes.
So it's not that pattern. It's more like a harem pant with less volume.
Okay. But yeah, no, ruffle shirt. That's a heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it's going to have the whole debate of what I want the pant fabric to be. It's I'm going to do it in greens like this because I really like it in the green. But those pants, they're heavy. They're absolutely like a brocade. And that kind of sounds miserable for Renaissance.
Yeah. Maybe you can find a cool printed linen or something, and that might not suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you doing that? Stop doing that.
Also, I have to admit something. Earlier when I was pressing some seams, I was trying to brush off. I got this random green thread on my fabric and I couldn't brush it off. And then I realized that it was the tiny little green flowers on this guy. And I'm that's not going to go anywhere.
I'm always trying to take the eyeballs off of Lily's one dinosaur shirt.
Oh, yeah.
She's got these kind of tiny eyeballs on her eyes.
Oh, how dare you? Is the whole thing down? Guess who is redoing their entire website right now?
Burnley and Trowbridge.
Simplicity.
Oh.
Just.
What the
I
frick?
wonder if you can just go to the Joanne website and if
That's what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
I was just trying to cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Reasonable.
Part sticks out. And I'm just going to let it stick out.
I didn't think that tapered legs were going to be the problem, but that is the problem I am having right now.
That was the problem I was having.
And most of them are women's, but I feel like because it's that, lower crotch, it doesn't actually matter that it's women's.
I have to get this fixed.
I mean, how dare you? Gender is a defined binary. Men can't wear women's clothing. That's illegal.
That's okay.
I don't know why men would want to wear women's clothing, because women's clothing seems to operate under the assumption that women don't want pockets.
Oh no. So I'm looking at paper bag pants right now and they all have those gigantic pockets in them.
Oh, yeah. Luxurious.
Also, I feel like the benefit of being able to sew is if I ever buy something that doesn't have pockets, I will just put pockets in it.
Right.
They're not that hard. I can put pockets in things.
Make it boom! Now they're actually all the way done. Woohoo!
Nice. All right, my turn.
So, yes. So, let me see. on the edges.
Okay.
The setting I used, stitch number 5, 1.0 for the length and 2.5 for the width. That's a disappearing ink pen. Let me get you my pencil. Here's my pencil.
Y'all, I finally used my fancy birthday iron enough that I'm like used to it, and I think it's rad, and I love it now.
That's
That's
fantastic.
good.
I
Yeah.
hate my new iron, so I'm glad that you like your new iron because I hate mine.
So
You want
my
me to
iron was $10 at Walmart. It's the second one that I've had after the incident last summer. But I still maintain
had
that I love my $10 iron.
Before this one, I had almost the same one as Chris. Alicia, do you want me to send you the Chris iron?
That's
No,
basic.
it's
That's
okay.
kind of what she bought, and she hates it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She is. She's not down with what I like.
I could send you
But
the
also,
second
like,
iron that we have.
I'm also just super used to this iron. I've had this iron for like 12 years. And I'm just gonna ride that until it dies.
Mm-hmm. I figured out how to iron in my room now. I gave up and I brought this thing up here, and it sits well on my bed. I put it on my desk. So I'm not struggling with my weird little OmniGrid fold thing anymore, and that feels good. It's how it works. I also found a little bottle of water, and I feel like a real person now. I'm a real sewer now. I got this bottle of water.
Ashley, you've always been a real sewer.
True, but I feel more efficient now with my water. I said Berlin Trowbridge because I check their website every Tuesday to see if any cool new colors of linen came out. And then I look at the cost of buying like 8 yards of linen. And then I don't, but I think about it.
Oh, that one is, we were at the point where we just need to do the same thing.
Oh, okay. With the
Mm-hmm. The heat and bond and then the same stitching.
okay. I didn't realize that.
I haven't done mine.
I forgot how dramatic harem pants can be, and wow.
It doesn't.
But I'm not mad at it.
It's all bonded on.
Right,
so.
but like there is a point where like you're not wearing pants anymore. You're wearing a skirt that's been closed up at the bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
And then up.
It's like when you joke
I
about
support
your
it.
pants, that's what it is.
And then, how do I line this up?
You want when it's so it should be on this side and it should be just to the left.
Just to the left?
You want it to actually plunge into the pink fabric just a tiny bit,
Gotcha. So,
but just the very edge.
it's almost like halfway.
Hi, Kelly.
Baby, come to the meeting. Oh my God, I'm crying. Oh, she's so crying.
Yeah.
Look at babes. Look at Strawberry back there.
Oh, I
Lovely
love
babe.
Pretty green eye.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's good to see you, Meow. What a sweetie. Petted that cat so much.
I now think that she was terrorizing Chalk just so she could have that spot.
that sounds like something Ghost would absolutely do to Callie.
Right. Also, my bag, my finished bag.
Oh,
Bring it in for a closer look. I saw your Instagram, but like, show it off on cam.
Okay.
yes.
So this
Bring it.
is the bag.
Oh my gosh,
They
wow.
came out nice.
Oh
You
gosh.
guys did an awesome job.
Getting that camera angle right. There we go. Okay, so that is the front of the bag and the back of the bag.
Yeah.
And The fabric is already covered in fur because Chunk was sleeping on it before it was even done. With the inside,
Yeah.
it's already got some stuff in it, of course, but that is how the pockets came out.
Oh, that is.
I love that.
Here's my new business cards.
Oh,
The smut cards.
I was
Is
like
that
stupid
place?
and like feeling like making random stuff, and so I ordered stupid business cards for my new line of smut. I also, in like one of those cleverest moments ever, did not actually put my name on it, but I do have the web address for my name, and I'm like, it's close enough. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Really nice. Everything is fine. They look fantastic. Your bag looks amazing.
Yeah.
I love the way your pockets turned out.
They,
yeah.
they look so good.
Yeah. The fabric,
Look at
like,
that.
obviously I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with it because it's that like weird, spandexy mesh stuff. But yeah, so that is how my bag turned out. And I'm just really happy that I figured out something to do with this fabric because I love this fabric. It was like, how am I going to make this fabric last forever instead of wasting it on one project?
So what was the hardest part of the bag for you?
I hated every second of those pockets. Every single second. I cannot identify a moment that was the worst because I hated every single second of the pockets. Also, yes, absolutely. And when you get to that point, put the what's it called? The page strap.
Page strap.
Yeah, put the page strap in before you attach the loops to the bag. It was super easy, and I just had to pin it in place, and it was no problem at all. I forgot that the strap was there, whereas Chris obviously
So I did.
traumatized by
I did it by her instructions, where you do all the loop, and then all that's in, and then you put the page strap in.
Not good.
Getting all of this fabric through the sewing machine just to stitch the stupid strap.
Mm-hmm. There was no reason for that step.
There was no reason for it to be that. None.
That strap could even go in before you assemble the loop. It doesn't make any difference. But yeah, that needs the loop needs to have the strap in it before you attach the loop to the bag front and back.
Yeah, because you marked where it was supposed to go eons ago.
Yeah.
In this pattern, I feel like that's when it should have been attached.
Yeah.
Oh, Callie, just rolling around. Okay, I'm gonna let you down now. Okay.
Goodness.
Okay. About that.
She crying baby.
She's dramatic.
Don't accept a guy.
All right, so we are at 9:30 my time. So let me. What's our next meeting? Do we have a Sunday? We do. So
We do have a Sunday, the 21st.
Yes, our next meeting for Sunday Side Project is the 21st. Again, we are doing the One Block Wonder. If anybody else is available on Sunday morning and would like to learn the One Block Wonder, we're just going to do a single class on it, I think, so that it's not, you learn how to do it and then you do it and it's very easy. So I'm gonna probably do part of it so that I can kind of show the different steps of it, but it's easy. It's easy. Once you start doing it, it totally makes sense. So that is going to be Sunday the 21st at 9 a.m. me time. And then our next meeting for this is going to be on the 24th. And we are doing
April, otherwise known as June.
Whatever. Let's see.
Yes. very excited because like June, July, and August gets all of the other 3 little star type
Oh,
squares done. And then
right.
all that's left is that craziness at the bottom, those 6 crazy sections.
Right. So I'm thinking that because of how we have been doing so far, that we're probably going to accelerate this slightly because I don't see any reason that April should take an entire month, that we should need 2 sessions for it, but we will reevaluate it when we get to that point. We didn't end up needing any of the like bubbles that, I was worried that we were going to need. So, also it's a geese. It's a geese and it's a diamond and a square and it's half square triangles. This is going to be easy peasy for April. So I think we're probably going to be doing the April one at the end of May 24th, and then probably doing the August square on our first actual June meeting.
Ooh, you're getting aggressive now. This is supposed to take a whole year to do.
I mean,
So might.
Trust me, it'll take that long to get it quilted.
Are you trying to say you're better than the creator of this pattern?
100% she is.
Because you are.
Yeah.
we will reevaluate that when we start putting the flamingo together. I will say though, I'm kind of wondering if this might be a good square to use in the pineapple.
I can see that.
It does look.
It would be awesome to use in the pineapple. I have been pondering that pineapple. I swear I'm dreaming about it because I'm having so many different.
So we depending on how everything plays out, we might end up using a couple of these sessions to plan that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But in block of the month, in Sunday Side Project, we're doing One Block Wonder this month, and then I believe we've decided to do paper piecing next month. We're gonna attempt that flamingo that I sent y'all the pattern for. And then after that, what was that?
It's a lot of colors in that thing.
Oh yeah, I would say for you guys, absolutely to just like scrap where you can, and then just like you can certainly consolidate some of those colors. Like there's no reason that you need to have that. You need to have like 8 almost identical shades of pink in it. Let me see. I'm gonna pull that pattern out for a second. And,
Okay. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Right now, so I figured I would just real quick call you since I have to keep going out the door. Thank you, Manny. I'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, so you've got like
Love you,
5 different shades of black in it. and then you've got like all of the colors. Like I feel like every single piece in here is a different color, and that's just not necessary. Like these colors are so similar that there's like 4 or 5 different shades of cream in here. There's light parfait, and there's lingerie, and there's pearl pink, and there's Bellini, and they're all just pale,
so very close together.
linen colors. Oh, and there is shallot.
Like, oh man.
So yeah, I would say just go ahead and look at the actual. I did send you one of the color images for it, right? Like one of these, or
yeah, that's actually what I was just looking at.
Yeah, I would say just like use your discretion with them and decide how many colors you actually need for this. And it's not going to be quite as defined as this, but like this is absolutely just an experiment to learn how to do this anyways. Oh my God, there's more. I just realized there's some larger pieces. Oh no, they're different though.
I just posted my finished geese to the group.
Mm.
Why are there so many shades? So like I'm looking at there's actually 3 shades of blue. Like there's absolutely no reason to have this spa blue because I think the spa blue is literally just like this corner right here.
Beansy piece. Yeah, it's little.
Which group did you post it in, Ashley?
I posted it in 2023 block of the month.
You did. Mine doesn't want to update. That's all.
Oh,
know.
I didn't press go. It's my fault.
The
I've
spa
done
blue on here. I don't think spa blue exists on here actually.
You might have to look it up by its like special name, like the code. You remember when I was like, "Why isn't K black?" You might need that thing.
Right, and that code is I have a feeling that some of these colors we don't even use in here.
Ashley, this is gorgeous.
Thank
I
you.
love the color progression with your
That's
your
really pretty.
oranges to yellows.
I absolutely did the most dramatic, dumbest thing to get that specific third color. I did that to the fabric.
Look at that fussiest of cuts right there.
Fussy cutting in its finest.
Yeah.
Who's doing Loewy's version? Not me.
And I love that, like, you fussy cutted for, just accept that that is grammatically correct. Don't argue with me. That you fussy cutted for, like, just having a vague color.
I want it to be slightly less orange and less red. And wait a minute. There we go. I was like, I need it to be almost yellow, but like less intense. So I picked the palest part of the fabric. Haha.
Okay, Sandy.
Awesome. So, yeah. So, next time I will see any of you is going to be the
Yes, I can use them. If I do a
Sunday side project. So y'all just have your fabrics. Chris, did you get your fabric yet? I'm not calling you out, but
No, my plan is to go on Saturday. I mentioned
that's
that
right. You
earlier.
said that already. That's right.
So you're just doing like 1 yard, or are you getting 6 yards of that fabric with the like repeating pattern?
She says you need 6 repetitions.
Right. So it may end up being a small project depending on how big that repetition is.
Right. But like you could also get multiple, like you could get 12 or 18 or 24 repetitions if you wanted to do something bigger. I just think because it's the first time out to like get something smaller to, get your feet wet with it. But like you do you.
I like to jump in the deep end first.
Gotcha. So I'm going to get 60 repetitions.
Yeah, like do
Challenge
you.
accepted.
Guys,
I have personally, I think my cut ended up being 2 yards that I am going to fussy cut some of the sea turtles out of, and then still have enough to do most of 2 sets of repetitions. Which will, make more sense if it doesn't now. It'll make more sense later. Oh, shoot. Anyways, let
are we
us.
doing that thing on the 13th with Sarah?
What was that? Oh, Chris.
Yes?
Are we doing that thing on the 13th with Sarah?
Yes.
Oh, cool. All right, let me know in the future.
I mean, it's in like 3 days, actually.
I know. That's why I just remembered and I'm checking in.
Yes, it's like in 3 days. I also invited Cindy, but it sounds like she has something else she's doing.
What are we doing?
It's going to be like a game night. I'll probably make like a cheese board.
Oh, cool. I can bring stuff.
Sarah loves cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody likes cheese, even if they're lactose intolerant.
This is fair. As somebody who is lactose intolerant, this is fair.
Even vegans like cheese. That's why they created vegan cheese.
This is true.
Yep.
All right, so I am ending the broadcast now. Oh, there was.
Bye, everybody.
What were you putting in the private chat? Did it vanish?
Huh? What?
Did Ashley just accidentally use the private chat?
Not that I know of.
You probably just hit a button then. Funny.
Sorry.
All right, there we go.